In this video, we're going to be discussing the third of the major superficial reflexes, and that is the plantar reflex. Now, the plantar reflex is the most common of the superficial reflexes to learn about and perform because it's commonly used to assess for neurological damage, particularly the presence of upper motor neuron signs. The plantar reflex allows us to assess the integrity of nerve root levels L5 and S1. And because this is a reflex arc that operates through the spinal cord, it allows us to specifically assess the sensory and motor components of the nerve root levels of L5 and S1. To assess for presence of the plantar reflex, the patient will be positioned in supine or seated. Really, they just need to be in a position where it exposes the undersides or plantar surfaces of their feet. Now, as you can see from this pink arrow right here, the PT is going to scrape the end of a reflex hammer from the lateral heel of the foot, up the lateral aspect of the foot, and then across the metatarsal heads medially toward the hallux metatarsal head. Okay? So what does that look like? Looks like this. Now, based on what you learned in school and how you've probably seen this in the clinic, that looks awfully slow because it's normally done as a quick sweeping pattern. However, to be rigorously correct, the movement in total should take between 5 and 6 seconds, although it can still be accurate when you do it quickly. And what you're doing is you're monitoring for toe movement. Now, the exact results here depend on the patient population. Are we doing this on adults or infants? We'll actually see in just a minute that the results are actually opposite of one another, but we'll talk about adults first. So the plantar reflex is considered present and normal when they have reflexive digital flexion as a result. So if you perform this and their toes all flex at the MTP joints, like they're trying to grab something and pick it up, that would be a normal response. Obviously the reflex would be present, but that is normal. If you perform the same pattern here on the bottom of the foot and you get a digital fanning pattern, that would be an abnormal result or an abnormal plantar reflex in adults. So that would look something like this. You'll see a fanning pattern where you especially have this prominent extension of really the first 3 or 4 toes. And the 5th one may look like it's a little bit flexed. But this is a digital fanning pattern, and that would be abnormal in adults. And that would actually be suggestive of an upper motor neuron lesion. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Now in infants, the results are flipped. They're opposite that of adults. So the plantar reflex would be considered present and normal if it actually produces a digital fanning pattern, whereas it would be abnormal if it produced digital flexion. Now in either case, whether it's a digital fanning pattern in adults or a digital flexion response in infants, an abnormal plantar reflex is known as a Babinski sign, and it's suggestive of an upper motor neuron lesion, normally in the corticospinal tracts. Now in 2018, Babinski et al. Determined the psychometrics of the plantar reflex in the detection of upper motor neuron lesions, and they found that it had a sensitivity of 50% and a specificity of 86%. In other words, if somebody has a Babinski sign, in other words, an abnormal plantar reflex, there is an 86% chance that they have an upper motor neuron lesion. But notice that the sensitivity is very poor, only at 50%. So just because somebody appears to have a normal plantar reflex and does not have a Babinski sign, that does not mean you can rule out an upper motor neuron lesion. It probably means you need to look elsewhere, perhaps at an inverted supinator sign or a pronator drift sign, etc. Thank you for all your support. Be sure to check out my Instagram for cool science and not science stuff.